Good afternoon. We're live. Oh, I forgot my light this time. I forgot to hook up um my light that goes on my laptop. So you can't I'm kind of dark here. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Here we go. Good afternoon. I hope you are having a wonderful Sunday. If you're watching the replay, hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm Julian Allen, and I'm an artist, or you can say that I have an art business. So officially, I have an art business. That looks much better. The light is um, puts more light on my face. Um, just to start off, just to let you know, I stream live every Sunday. Uh, I used to stream live at 11 a.m., but the past two Sundays, I've been streaming live at 1 p.m. Central. And I'll be doing that up until the football season. And then I'll probably go back to 11 a.m. Central again. And I think on my website, it currently has 11 a.m. So I'm going to have to make that change this week. And these live streams are a part of my podcast called Brushstrokes and Beyond. So if you subscribe, you'll get notified of the live streams and each podcast episode. And so I paint live every week. It's pretty much what I'm doing for now, but I have some few interesting topics that I want to cover in this live stream. All right. So this week I'm working on a painting for my mom, and I did the sketch, and I did it in dark blue, soft pastels, and I usually don't do sketches in dark colors, and so it just made such a mess. So the painting is going to have white in it, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to um, cover up the smudges with the paint. And I'm no stranger to painting over smudges because a lot of my sketches I do in soft pastels. So I'm no stranger to working around smudges and making the outcome of the painting beautiful. But this time around, it's a little darker. And so I'm a little concerned, but one thing about acrylic paint, it covers up real good. I'm just a little nervous about the white acrylic paint, so we'll see. And this week I've worked on multiple paintings. Um, I completed 8 acrylic paintings this week, and I'm gonna tell you why I did that. So I'm working on passive income, how to create, what it's like to create passive income for artists. There are different ways you can create passive income. But right now I'm pretty much working on creating original paintings. And so when you have a bunch of paintings in your inventory, they may not sell initially, but they'll sell at some point. So the more paintings you have in your inventory, the more people can go through your catalog, and you never know which painting may spark um, someone's interest. They could be looking for something for, let's just say, a mermaid, and let's just say their daughter like mermaids, and they're looking for paintings that have mermaids in it, and you just so happen to have a painting that you did a painting a while back that had a mermaid in it. And so that painting didn't sell right away, but it sold eventually because it was in your catalog or it was in your inventory. And so when someone was looking for paintings of mermaids, your painting popped up. And so while I'm also working on building my catalog or my inventory or my product line, I'm also working on creating various types of paintings while keeping my own unique style. So my paintings has a particular style to it. But I'm working on creating different types of paintings. And so right now, I'm practicing reverse engineering. And so I know that I want to make a certain amount from my art business a year, a month, a week. And so I'm producing a certain amount of paintings a week, or I'm working on doing that, building that up. So I'm working on painting faster, and I'm also working on trying to be more forgiving with my art, where it doesn't have to be perfect. It's okay. Those mistakes that you make in art becomes a part of the art, and it's okay to make mistakes and to just move on, build the catalog, create the painting, move on to the next, move on to the next one, and move on to the next one. So I created 8 paintings this week, and my objective is to create 6 to 8 paintings weekly. I have to start painting. I'm doing all this talking. So the objective is to create 6 to 8 paintings, acrylic paintings on canvas. And I typically do 11 by 14 paintings. And I need to pull up my inspiration photo. So um, while I'm creating like around 6 to 8 acrylic painting, 11 by 14 paintings, I also am working on creating quick paintings on like mixed media paper or gallery paper, paintings, not paintings, but work of art that I can create quickly to add to my inventory. So I hope that made sense. Um, and I'll show you in a little bit the paintings that I created over the week, over the past week. So we have this woman. Um, I'm assuming it's a painting from my mother that she wanted to put in her bathroom. And my mom likes a lot of neutral colors. I am not a neutral color person. I'm a very colorful person. I like lots of colors. And you know what? I'm gonna switch brushes because some of my lines are a little too thick. So I the way I create art, um, color is an expression of my emotions and what I'm feeling about an art piece. I express myself through color. So of course, I'm thinking, okay, I can probably create something for her, but at the same time, I'm thinking, um, I'm probably going to add a little color. So it's like, how do I get away with creating a painting that has a lot of natural colors or new colors, beige browns, and then achieve um, and also incorporate my own unique style in that painting. So I'm really excited. Someone said recently there's a difference between being an artist and having an art business. No, being an artist and being an art business. Artists usually uh, they take time on a piece. Each piece, I won't say each piece, but many of their pieces have meaning, and they take a lot of time and incorporate put a lot of thought and intention in their pieces. So that's an artist. And so those pieces can take a day to days to weeks to months. Having being an art business, you're running um, a production line. And so your pieces might have some meaning and they might be beautiful, but you're building inventory. So I feel like I'm both. I'm an artist, but I'm also an art business or striving to be an art business or I'm an art business. So I'm just kind of going over some of the lines that I sketched with with my black. And honestly, when I use reference photos, um, they always come out different. They never look exactly like the picture, and that's what I like about it because my own personality comes out. My mom sent me a reference photo and wanted me to recreate something that she saw, and I was kind of feeling like this is really not my style, but at the same time, I felt like it's going to be uniquely mine because I am going to add my own personality to the piece. So the other thing that I wanted to talk about is how you can. I talked about last week about manifesting things and how to manifest a successful business. Um, and so your energy, what you put out, is critical. And particularly if you feeling like um, your energy is powerful, what you put out is powerful. What you put out is what you're going to attract. So one of the things that is critical when you have a talent or a gift is being charitable. Um, so we all have like different talents and gifts, and for those of us that is creative, it's for whatever talent or gift you have. It's always good to give back and to be charitable. Having said that, you want to make money off your talent and gifts. And there's nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with being successful and wanting to make money off a gift you have. But being charitable, like when there are people in need, um, it's good to give back. And I'm not saying give to everyone, but give to people that are in need. And I hope I'm making sense without exceeding your bandwidth. So it's critical. The energy that you put out is what comes back to you. So when you're charitable and when you're doing good deeds, that energy comes back to you, if that makes sense. And I kind of thought about that when my mom wanted me to create an art piece for her. I was um, I created a couple of art pieces on the past, and I did them on this live stream. And I was feeling like, wow, I really want to just make money off my art. I mean, I won't say I would just want to make money off my art, but I just um want to be compensated for my time and the art that I do. And my mom brought up the fact that um she does different things for me. And of course she is my mom. And I just thought, of course, it's I should share my gift with my mom, right? She is my mother. And I hope she never watches this live stream. And one quality I have with my paintings is I am a big black contour line artist. There is just something about black and color that just makes a piece pop. Black is black just makes color pop. All right. So I'm done with all the contour lines, as you can see. And before I go on to my next color, I'm going to show my paintings that I worked on this week. I created this week. So, like her earrings, I didn't do any contour lines for the earrings and the ring that's on her finger because I just want that to be, um, I want those to stand out on their own because it's going to be in gold. So there isn't going to be any contour lines around her jewelry. All right. So this was the last one I created, Mickey Mouse. And I created Mickey Mouse because um it's you just never it's just one of those things where um one, you get to have fun and play creating. Two, there are all sorts people want all sorts of art, and kids art is one of those things that people want. There are adults that are into nostalgic art, that are into cartoon characters. So I wanted to create Mickey Mouse. Um, Gaia, the goddess of Earth or Mother Nature. I created her. Um, so that's two. Aphrodite, the goddess of love And I created two versions of the goddess of love this week. I'll show you the other one. A cute little colorful puppy. So far, that's how many? Four. Um, I don't know if I should show you this one. This was a piece that just went wrong. It just went wrong. It was supposed to be a landscape, but I put it in my story anyway because you never know. You never know. People, what I think is ugly, somebody else may think is beautiful. So it's in my story. So this the other goddess of love. This is Venus. And I really like her hair. Look at the hair. It's just colorful. So that's one, two, three, four, five, six. All right. Buddha. It just seemed like it was just so long ago when I created Buddha. But that was at the beginning of the week. And last but not least, this is eight. This was the one that I worked on during last week's live stream. Just an abstract roses or flowers. And that's eight. So I have a lot of plans for this week, and it's gonna be another busy week. All right, so I think I'm gonna work on her skin. And even though I a lot of times I lay down the contour lines first, but I always go back over them. Doing the contour lines at first, initially, the first thing I do just lets me see a clear division between where something starts and ends. So I always do the contour lines first. And then I end up completing it with crisp contour lines at the ending. 128. Time is going by so quickly. So I just wanted to just leave off on a note that being charitable, couple of things, being charitable is something that you should think about. And maybe this week, you can think about what ways you can give back. You can share your gift with others. And then just watch and see how giving to others becomes beneficial to you. I don't like being the kind of person that gives solely because I know that I'm going to get something in return. I don't like that mindset either. But I do try to pay attention to how giving affects the things in my life, how it affects me. Oops. went over a contour line. All right. So I'm going to spend the day or spend the next hour or so working on this piece because I want to get it finished. Um, Someone, I want to say his name is Corbellic. Instead of saying someone, I just might as well say there's this artist named Corbellic, and he sells a lot of art on eBay, and he also coaches. Um, and I lost my train of thought just that quickly. But he is where that is where I have gotten some of my ideas about increasing my inventory, about working faster and not worrying about mistakes, and just let that be a part of my art. And the more you build, the the more you're productive, the more you'll find that your skill will improve. So the more that you put out, the more you find that you'll become better at that thing that you're uh, pro- increasing productivity in. So it's 1:32. I'll stay for a couple more minutes. You could just watch me work. And this is probably not the best brush to get in between some of these areas. So far, the blue sketch lines, I'm able to cover that up with the paint. The only thing is when this this bottom half, which is a robe, and the towel on her hair, is going to be white. Um, I'm a little concerned about the sketch lines when I go and add white, whether it'll pick up some of the blue pigment or not. But I'll figure it out. And sometimes the sketch lines add character, um, because, like, even though I usually sketch with a lighter color soft pastel pencil, um, you can always see a little bit a little of the line, just a little bit, or some of the pigment, and it just adds character, I think, to the piece. All right. All right. 136. So I guess I'll finish up her skin here before I'll just spend the rest of the live stream just working on the skin. And this should be a real quick painting. Like it's kind of taking me a little bit longer than um what I thought. Um, but from here on, it should be real quick. One thing I don't have is steady hands. Uh, couldn't have been a surgeon in this life because I don't really have steady hands. And sometimes my lines may not be as even, but again, it's just one of those things where I think it just adds character when the contours are not necessarily straight. Almost there. All right. So I finished the skin. Um, So now what's next is I am going to um, work on the towel, the robe. I have to go back over the sunglasses. Um, I set out, I put some red, yellow, and blue aside because I think I am going to add like pops of color around some of the contour lines, um, and around some of the black, just to make it pop with color. So I'm really excited about that. I think what excites me the most is that I'm going to add color. So I get excited about color. But that's all for now, you guys. Be charitable, be good, have a wonderful week. See you next Sunday for another live stream painting session. This is what I did so far. As you can see, it's going to turn out to be a nice piece. All right. Happy Sunday. See you soon.